Holy shit, Weltmeister just declared bankruptcy. And finally, I mean, back as far as April, early April, I saw this coming. We reported on it. The stores were closing down. What the hell happened? Because Weltmeister, back in 2020, back in 2021, they used to be one of the top selling EVs. A lot of YouTubers were talking about it back then. They had pretty good market share back then. Even NIO talked about how in the past, they saw Weltmeister as a competitor. They even bought one of their cars and took it apart to do analysis on it. But now Weltmeister is bankrupt following iWays, Letton Motors, Byton, all of these other guys. I mean, they're all bankrupt. What the hell happened? And should NIO stockholders be concerned for NIO stock? Well, there's a term that's happening here in China, and this is called 内卷, which is, I guess, a surprise turn of events. I guess that's what it would translate to. And it's basically you launch a car and then some other guy launches a similar car with better features at a cheaper price. That would be called a surprise turn of events. And there's a lot of that going on. Competitors trying to one up the other guy, both in terms of features of the car and also in terms of promotion and price. It's not just price cut, all right? Price cut is part of it, but also having better features at the same price point. And this thing actually got leaked quite recently, and this really gets you to understand how Li Auto was selling so well. So this guy, he took a test drive for Li Auto, and then he actually had a deposit for another EV company, and the sales rep just showed all their cards. I mean, like, this is pretty crazy. So I'll translate it for you, all right? It says, Mr. Huang, are you satisfied with a test drive today? Now, there's the latest preferential policies for buying Li Auto. You should think about it. First, 18,000 RMB limited time discount. And then 10,000 insurance subsidy. Oh, wow. 20,000 car owner points. So Li Auto points. 5,000 maintenance fund. Oh, that's pretty interesting. So if you get into, you need repairs, it fixes, covers up to 5,000. Here's where it gets pretty surprising, and using that term, surprise turn of events. Apple earphones, Dyson V8 vacuum cleaner, camping canopy, camping trolley. Hey, you get all that with the car, and we're not done yet. We're only halfway through. A set of chopstick velvet foot pads. What the f*** is that? What the f*** is that? I have no idea what that is, but okay. Explorer inflatable mattress. Wow, that's pretty cool. That's like one of those in-car mattresses, pretty nice. Mugao flute camping lamp. All right, just a camping lamp, pretty nice. Mugao tail tent. So one of those tents that can also connect to the back of the trunk of the car. Pretty cool. Li Auto Plus member for 2 years, worth 1399 times 2. All right, that's pretty awesome. Driver and co-driver dragon membrane protective wrap. What the f*** is dragon membrane? Sounds like dragon foreskin or some shit, man. What the hell? Yeah. But, okay, you got the dragon membrane, man. Damn, you gotta get the dragon membrane. Interior protective film. Yeah, the dragon membrane is basically just a wrap around the outside of the car, I guess. So you also get the interior protective film, screen protective film. Damn. And then finally, he says the question you mentioned before, I'll go ask my superiors to apply for exemption for the amount of money you deposited. So basically, this person placed like a 5,000 RMB deposit for another company. They're going to try to apply and get that guy the 5,000 RMB off if they choose to buy a Li Auto, which is pretty darn insane. I mean, like, damn, the amount of stuff you get by just buying a car. I mean, I hope you guys understand how insane they're pushing things to get those sales. I mean, like, dragon membrane? What the f***? But no, NIO also does some of this. I mean, like, For me, when I bought my NIO, I was able to fleece it a little, get the auto show discount back in 2020, and it was more like the promotion package. So I got like a tent, I got a portable charger, I got inflatable mattress as well, but I didn't get any like dragon membrane or some like chopstick velvet foot pads and that kind of crap. Yeah, but this is clearly next level, all right? But this really shows what companies are doing to get those sales, all right? This is pretty insane. The competition is so intense. I mean, like, I'm sure the autos would sell decent, but I'm sure with this, then I mean, like, of course you probably buy a Li Auto for all the freebies and all that kind of stuff. I mean, like, Dragon Membrane, hook me up to that, man. But jokes aside, what you're seeing is that what's happening is a lot of people are being squeezed out of the market. Some of the guys, for example, Weltmeister, there's pretty much no big reason to buy their car. Yes, they're EV, they're just an average EV. Like, there's many other EVs with better price points and better features. Why would they buy Weltmeister when they could buy a NIO? Or when they can buy an Expo or BYD or any one of these guys? So, of course, slowly but surely, they get squeezed out of the market. Other people take their market share, and it's essentially game over. And it only takes 2 to 3 years, pretty fast. 2021 to right now, 2023. I mean, like, 2021, they were doing very good. They were like at the top. 2 years, that's all it takes. Now you got to see what NIO is doing. So NIO has been giving out free cups, these mugs, NIO logo mugs, pretty nice. But it's basically, you just got to download the NIO app and then you get that mug. And I've seen numerous times people just using that to collect leads. Obviously, that's what it was meant to do. But in terms of heavy promotions, you don't really get that much heavy promotions. Before, just quite recently, 30 free swap vouchers and then 2,000 RMB voucher off for a protective wrap for the car. I mean, how does that compare to the Dragon Membrane, man? The Dragon Membrane, you get the whole package. This, you only get a voucher. So it's obviously not on the same tier, all right? And right now, they actually just switched that directly to 5,000 RMB discount. Or I guess price cut, but sort of like 5,000 RMB worth of free options. And it's not like NIO doesn't have these kind of stuff. I mean, the tents and all that kind of stuff, NIO has plenty of them. They have a lot of these good packages going on. And quite recently, we've been hearing the rumor that NIO could possibly be giving customers the option of perhaps giving up a physical key. So giving up a physical key like this, and then adding some money and just getting the NIO phone. But that doesn't compare to all this kind of free stuff that that Li Auto's giving. So this is pretty insane. I'm sure that for Auto Expos, NIO still gives out a lot of stuff. For example, tents and all that kind of cool stuff. But clearly, if you look at it from a promotion package, this is much more, what Li Auto has is much more well-rounded and like over the top, right? We would all agree it's very over the top promotion package. Makes you really want to buy this car. So going forward, I actually feel pretty confident that because NIO hasn't really given out so many of these freebies in terms of sales promotion, they still have a lot of more bullets to the gun that they could use. Like what the CEO said, they got to save up the bullets for later. So I'm pretty sure that NIO could easily get sales up by just offering heavier promotions like what Li Auto's doing. But also you got to think about why those other guys got wiped out. There's no reason to buy their car. For NIO, there's always a reason to buy a NIO. Battery swap, time saved, convenience. You got a very high quality product with very high safety rating. So in terms of that, NIO will always have a spot in the market. Their roots are planted very solid. The only real possible problem I see is, of course, with that phrase, 内卷, surprise overturn of things. People building ES6 copycats, similar features but at a cheaper price, maybe even better specs, faster acceleration. Like some of the guys like IMLS6, people are really looking into that car. Innovation is very, very fast paced, and NIO has to really stay ahead of the game. And if you don't, then you're going to see sales collapse, which is what you're partially seeing with the ET5 and ET5T. Even though ET5T is fairly new, but that product has a lot of different things that can be improved upon. And those weaknesses are extra prominent when compared to its cheaper competitors that actually have slightly even better features. So from the EV aspect, sure, NIO's being surprised, overtaken, overrun, I guess, in some aspects, in some vehicle models like the ET5, ET5T. But there's always going to be the reason to buy a NIO battery swap. It's always going to exist. They just got to update the cars to speed, up to the latest tech as fast as possible. The ES7 has not been selling well this year at all. NIO owners know why. To be very honest, why would you buy the ES7 when you can buy the ES6? The ES6 has some features that are even better than the more expensive ES7. How can you let that happen? Of course, they got to fix that as soon as possible. Otherwise, of course, nobody's going to buy the ES7. As always, stay safe, stay healthy. Peace out.